Hear ye, gather around, gather around. All right. So, like I said, um, yeah, I don't care about people on the internet. Never have, never will. Right? Like I said, people are hilarious on here, man. Do you all realize that you haven't made coherent sense in the past, oh, I don't know, 20, 30 years? Like I said, all these people have committed so many felonies across state lines and crimes. It's unreal. Litanies of crimes that have everything documented, right? Like I said, taking a lawsuit to Supreme Court, it's a federal lawsuit. It involves like tons of different companies, tons of different parties, tons of different organizations, individuals, people. Like it's a huge federal lawsuit. It's a Supreme Court suit. And when I get access to this lawyer that Christina's telling me that we're going to have, I'm filing lawsuits like on everybody. So it's going to be like a whole bunch of lawsuits, right? And I have full grounds and capability and ability to win them all. The only way I wouldn't win is either because of statute of limitations or like if they try to claim insufficient evidence. And we already know that the system's against me. Like that's the thing they've already ratted on themselves. I mean, like I said, no, when I got targeted, bro, I got targeted, right, by corrupt cops. Everybody knows this. So if you study my story, you'll understand why I talk how I talk and why I'm talking the way I'm talking. You understand? Because what I went through has been inexcusable. You understand? Oh, I'm not going to go through anything ever again at any point. I guarantee you. Why would I stay quiet about the truth of what I went through and what happened to me? Like I said, Green Bay owes me $800. They're going to have to give me my money. I would never live in fear or be scared of anybody or anything. And like I said, these are cowards. And it just goes to prove that all the agencies, all the departments are corrupt across this country and across the world. Like I said, none of them do their job. They eat donuts and they do nothing. That's the truth. So what are you talking about? See, that's the thing. People thought, oh, I'm some nice celebrity. No, I'm like Tupac reincarnated if you can't tell. That's why we play in our pop jams now on my short videos. Yeah, like I said, I represent the streets. I'm a thug and a gangster. I've been a street dude since day one. I wasn't supposed to make it this far. I wasn't supposed to get to this position. And corrupt cops tried to set me up in Green Bay, right? And I survived because God was with me, right? I got set up a million times by different people, and a lot of them were corrupt individuals, right? So why would I not be passionate about it and speak on it and speak on what I went through? These people not only did all these individuals participate, all these people have taken bribes, they've taken money, they've allowed this weird individual on this network and this weird group of people to try to gang stalk me for the past like 30 years, bro. Like it's been 20 plus years at least. It's been at least 15 plus years. Like I said, it's not possible. You understand? So, like I said, my civil rights, my civil liberties were actually violated. Nobody else on this network went through that. So, my story can't be recreated. It can't be taken from me. And there's nothing anyone can do to me no more. Because, no, as long as I'm calm and I come on here and I talk calmly and I respond the way that I'm supposed to, and I don't have to be calm, I could be irate and angry if I want. But as long as I don't break the law when I'm speaking, I'm good. I'm good money. You feel me? Like, see, that's the thing. I don't have rules to follow. I could care less what anybody thinks. Why would I follow rules of anyone, much less like why would I listen to people who can't do their job and literally like aren't offering anyone anything, aren't doing anything for anyone? Your job description is your job description. You're supposed to fulfill your job description. If not, resign from the position. That's for any job. I'll talk about whoever and whatever, trust and believe. So, like I said, here I am without a care in the world. Like I said, wealthiest man in the world, billions in equity, mansion in a state, over 2,000 in Jody, 530 on my wrist, got him pissed all the time. What else? Mineral rights or royalties on a website worth almost 2 grand, 2 G's. My own car lot, pay over $100 for it every month, right? Come on, bro. What? Hmm. Oh, we supposed to be cool and be friends when all these people was hating on me. I'm just like Tupac. What did Tupac say? Staring at the world through my rear view. Go on, baby, scream to God. He can hear you. See what I'm saying? This is about my people. This is about my people rising through this corruption, not putting up with nothing. You understand? See, that's the thing. Batman was never a friend to nobody. Batman is Batman. Batman is what? The Dark Knight. I'm not nobody's friend, especially people who ain't done nothing to help me and nothing but try to hold me back and mess me over and mess me around. I'm sorry, but what? See, people think that you're supposed to sit there and be quiet. Oh, you should watch what you say. For what? I don't ever have to watch what I say. Believe me, I do what I want to do. So, like I said, you people online, do you understand that you don't have a real community? You just run your mouth every day, bro. Like I said, every minute of every day, I'm going to spend my time explaining to you reality, the reality you can't handle and can't stand. Yeah, the fact that I'm the only self made trillionaire who ever existed, that I was set up and targeted, right, by the corrupt ones and by everyone else, right? How you literally called the last job I tried to work. You literally made sure that I couldn't work my job for no reason. There was no justification, right? And then somebody got on my phone and started breaking the law again, right? And I didn't put up with it and I did the right thing, right? And then y'all tried to do the same thing, twist all of reality and change the detail, right? Because you keep doing the same formula. The only way that's possible is if all y'all against me and all y'all corrupt in a joke. So, nah, ain't no love here. What? See what I'm saying? See, all these people didn't want to see me rise. There ain't nobody in any of these neighborhoods who my friend. All y'all the enemy. That's the truth. You want me to act for you? Nah, I'll tell it how it is, and I'll tell anybody to their face how I feel. I don't have respect for none of these people. None of them are my friend. I don't have a friend in the world. The only friend I got is Christina. Feel me? I'm not gonna be stressed. I'm gonna be free like I am now. I'm going to feel content. I'm going to feel satisfied. I'm going to feel happy. And I'm going to definitely get all this off my chest and say how I feel about everybody, though. You feel me? I'm going to tell everybody how I feel always. Anything I got to say, I say in front of everybody, directly to everybody's face. And there's nothing nobody can do about it. So, like I said, no, I went through absolute hell for no reason. And a lot of it didn't was, I mean, I don't think all of it came from the internet or people on the internet. So, like I said, why would somebody try to mix up things and start doing all these weird things online? Like I said, that you doing too much. You guys to sit down. You doing too much because you know you now we can't figure out what's going on. Like you're trying to cause confusion. Like, no, I'm pretty crystal clear on everything that's going on. You understand? So, like I said, how does it feel? How does it feel that I own all this wealth and that you can never take it from me? Because you tried. You tried every day for the past, I don't know how many years. And every day I tell you the same thing. It's going to be the same result, same predicament. I'm going to be good. I'm going to have everything. And I'm not talking to anybody because all y'all the enemy. You feel me? This is the world you live in, man. The world you live in is a lot of people are pathetic and these people don't own nothing and don't have nothing. And they jealous of me because they ain't work hard. You all could have worked hard. You could have gotten on your grind instead of working for the man and being a peon peasant, right? You all could have gotten a real job. All y'all. I don't care how nobody feel, bro. You telling me that I'm gonna be nice to anybody and nice to people who are against me? Nah, I'm gonna tell everybody how I feel right here direct. You feel me? I'm not a servant. I'm a servant for God, but I ain't nobody else's servant. I do what I want to do. The rest of you, oh, you're all servants. That's a fact. Yeah. All of them on YouTube, all of them on YouTube. That's what they're tied into. All of them corrupt. It's all pure, unadulterated corruption. Like, what is that? The things that these people get online and say are insane. The actions they take are insane. None of it makes sense. They try to actually do all these things real quick and behind your back, and they start actually plotting and doing weird activity and thinking that it makes sense. Bro, people are on YouTube enjoying themselves. Nobody owes you nothing. I don't have no rules to follow. I'm on my YouTube channel, bro. I can say and do whatever I want. It's a free country. See my point? Like what? Like why don't you just say the truth, man? All y'all work these little pathetic jobs, you all jealous, right? No, I'm gonna continue to let you know reality. No, I'm not a nice guy. Why would I be a nice guy when people weren't nice to me? Like I said, you gotta understand this came out of left field, bro. This was a curveball out of left field. There was no need for none of this. Nothing. All this came from people hating. So people hate on me and then I lose my own vehicle that cost me like the engine is messed up now and ruined. A what? An $8,500 car? That's what happened with me. What happened with me was I had a mechanic down here work on my Porsche and then he ruined it and it either has a broken seal or he ruined the engine because he was jealous. I ain't gonna let nobody lie or tell my story for me. I'm gonna tell you my story. Straight up the real truth, the real hardcore truth of what I went through. I went through hell, Wody. What? Them people didn't help me with nothing. What? No, I had to go retrieve my own vehicle that somebody stole from me. That's how corrupt y'all are. I'm sorry, but what? Oh, but now I'm supposed to be quiet? Boy, I ain't gonna be quiet about nothing. I'm gonna run my mouth as much as possible. Ain't nobody gonna silence me. Isn't that the same thing y'all did over there in Carriazalas the first time I was in there? Remember? Remember how y'all was issuing illegal statements in there? They was doing the same thing in there, thinking that they scaring somebody, talking about, well, this guy, this is literally their exact words. They was talking about, well, this guy, he said that he was going to file a lawsuit and blah, blah, blah. This happened. Right. Y'all be saying low key, you know what's illegal statements. So let me get this straight. So y'all, who thinks that they run something? Because this is why they all mad at me, because they all connected. Y'all connected up to Austin through San Antonio, all through Texas, homie. Y'all don't fool me at all. Y'all don't fool me at all, bro. There's a bunch of corruption and illegal activity going on, and all these people are connected. And they think that they can hide behind the system, right? And that's where Batman come in because Batman is exposing all of them. You can't run, you can't hide. You're the ones who are the real criminals. You're all committing these crimes. You're taking these bribes, just like there's corrupt lawyers that I've already proven, right? Like Gus and his friend Sam, right? Who Sam tried to provoke me at that bar, correct, at the bar, and he failed because I don't take bait. And then he ran to security, and all I had to do was just tell him reality, right? That's a lot of pressure and stress to be trying to put on little old me on one individual, don't you think? That's a little unfair, right? I mean, to be having people, I mean, I literally was stood and right in this dude's face, the Sam individual, and told him he's sitting there hating, and I'm saying, right, so any money I make, you saying that that money doesn't count, right? And he don't have an answer. Bro, boy, y'all is crazy, son. So you had all them people hating, jealous. Hmm. Yeah. Same thing with the other lawyer. Hmm. Yeah. The Gonzalez. Yeah. Hmm. Gonzalez. Yeah. Hmm. Like I'm not holding back on nothing I'm saying, bro. So the Gonzalez one, right? That lady, right? I guess she works downtown or whatever, because I seen the office over there, right? She was on my phone committing a felony too. She was bothering me too, and I had to be on the phone and tell her I'm not scared of you people. So this is a whole coalition that they all work together in the valley. They're all corrupt. Yeah. And now we're in a new day, new age, and Batman runs the valley. How does that feel? Right. The actual righteous man who's the actual Messiah, and all you people came for me. That's what happened. Straight up. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, but what? And they want to sit here and play cutesy games and act like I'm going to stop talking, or they're going to say, or just make up lies and say I'm doing something wrong. I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm going to speak on everything that happened. I have a right to talk. And just because I talk, that doesn't make my existence illegal. Y'all are insane. So, again, next, anybody else got anything to say? Like, nah, bro, you're always completely in the wrong, and it just goes to show how discriminate the Valley is, how unfair they are towards my people. Y'all don't want to see the white man win, and the white man is here, baby. The white man has landed. Hmm. Yeah, right in front of your face. Oh, I've told tons of people off from the Valley to their face, bro. I've told off people right around me, bro. I already let everybody know reality. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all trying to act like I'm a nice guy, bro. I represent white people. Get that right. And Spaniards. Like I said, I'm not down with none of you. All of y'all the enemy. Straight up. So all y'all know what it is. Don't do no pretending. You feel me? Yeah, don't do no pretending now that I'm on top and I'm on the offensive and I got the advantage. Nah, y'all really be trying to apply pressure to innocent people who ain't even talking to you or about you or nothing, but you ain't none of y'all tough. Why do y'all talk tough and write checks you can't cash if none of you are tough and none of you are built like that? That's my question. Who do that? Where they do that at? I would love to know. The people on YouTube, all of you are a joke. Y'all still making fake posts about fake people? It's a surprise that y'all fake. Y'all do fake crying on panels. You think anybody cares about that nonsense? What? It's a surprise that all y'all are snakes? What? Well, we could have been told you that. See this logo here? This is just one of the logos for one of my businesses. Like I said, I was all up through Minneapolis. I was all through Green Bay. I travel. I move around. Nobody knows my whereabouts at any time. I do what I want to do. I'm untraceable. I was on the run for 7 years. Couldn't nobody catch me. Didn't nobody catch me. People tricked me. And it wasn't trick. It was just me showing love like usual and being a normal person. And then they set me up. That's what happened. What are you talking about? I'm like, what? It was the same thing when they picked me up in Austin on that actual warrant, right? The whole thing, right, was a setup because of the dude, right, who was driving the dealing with a mosquito, who was dealing he would drive one of those little tractors around, and guess what he was? A Mexican. I don't know what y'all talking about, bro. It's always been y'all. Y'all always been the problem. Straight up, I'll tell you straight up what it is. Like, what I'm supposed to put up with it in my country? Nah, I'm gonna tell everybody reality. I'm gonna tell all y'all what it is, right to your face. Like I said, like y'all got some kind of hate in your heart. I don't know what that's about, but I'm for sure not scared of it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I run everything. I run the valley. Like, nah, y'all made it this way. Y'all, what? You want people to act and pretend with you? Like what? Bro, when I was trying to get a lawyer for my case, like I said, I talked to the Gomez's who I went to high school with Eric, right? Eric was a fool. He got sunned by that Bobby dude, and Bobby was a scrub. Talk about that, right? They were saying thing wouldn't take my case. She was sitting there making excuses, talking about he's on a whole campaign against this and that. Right, but that's not what happened. Why don't you say the truth of what happened? Y'all lied about the entire case. No, somebody stole cars from me, brother. Somebody damaged my vehicle, right? That's what happened. Everything else you said was a lie, a bold-faced lie. Yeah, and then everything that you wrote on every report was a lie, just like the other one. That's why the other case beat itself. Right. So they didn't have nothing to move on because trust me, they were trying everything they could. And then, like I said, they were trying to get them to claim some fake common law nonsense, right? And I had to bring in the papers and prove that they were lying. Right, right. Y'all was committing felonies and working together, racketeering, right? RICO charges. Everybody's got a RICO charge already. You're looking at prison time. Every person. No, there was corrupt cops that took my Porsche for a joyride. Yeah, no, there was a lot of stuff that happened down here. So when you got situation like that, right? Like I said, no, we're gonna pay attention. We're gonna keep our eyes open, right? And we're gonna pay attention to everything, and we're monitoring everything. Everything is being recorded and documented. Like I said, there's no more talking because this is an extremely serious situation. There's nothing funny about what happened. You understand? So no, everything's recorded. It gets sent to a lawyer, and that's it. What? And I'm gonna never let people tell me what to do or talk to me at all. Nobody's saying don't say nothing to me. Feel me? Nah, I'm not going, bro. I'm going to make sure that I stand my ground and stand up for myself always. Yeah. I don't know what you talking about. I could care less who it is. All you people the same. All y'all a joke. Y'all just regular civilians. That's the reality. You want me to sugarcoat it for you? For what? Why should I? Like, bro, y'all the ones that do what you do, man, on that nonsense. Everything that you do is a joke. You know what I mean? Shout out to the people who show love, but I'm not trying to be friends with none of you. Like I said, Christina can't stand none of you. None of you. I mean, she can't stand you for good reason, right? Really, nobody can. I mean, I'm not friend to none of you. So, like I said, what it is, literally, I'm the only one who represents what Tupac claimed to be about, and I'm a million times worse than Tupac. I'm the only one living that lifestyle. I'm the one who represents and lives thug life because I don't let my respect ever. I don't let anyone. My respect and integrity doesn't get compromised. So please explain to me what I'm doing wrong because I'm talking about what you people did and why you feel that it's not petty and immature to start sending agents to come type in a chat, repeating yourself, committing illegal use of a telecommunication device, and then not charging any of these individuals with the charges of crimes they're committing, right? They gave me no line of defense. I never had a line of defense. The law never applied to help me ever. It wasn't even an option. I gave legal names of what these people did. These people have gang stalked me for over 15 years. Nobody did their job. Nothing. Y'all made every excuse in the book. What are you talking about? All you all have ever done is gang stalk me, follow me around, shine your lights when I'm riding a scooter at night. Like, what is that about? Like, what? Then I'm telling people about it. Then I find out they ain't on it too. It was all these people, bro. What, y'all want me to be quiet about it? Nah, all you people around, all these people, all of them out here, they all were in on it. All of them. All these people around, they all took bribes. I think from Carly Fiorina. Real talk. I mean, can you imagine, like I said, a complete stranger thinking it's okay to be jealous and envious of a grown adult, and they started targeting me. So they started giving me those fake tickets. All of them, they all started targeting me. They started giving me fake tickets and saying I needed to put insurance on when I owned like 14 cars. You can't insure 14 cars. Nobody's going to do that because it's a waste of money. You understand what I'm saying? Then when we trying to survive, they talking about you can't drive that car. You can't pull it out if it doesn't have whatever, if it doesn't have insurance or whatever. People have stuff to do. People drive without insurance all the time. I'm sorry, but that's a reality that you have to deal with. What you can't do and what's illegal is sitting there stalking someone, telling them when they can and can't drive. Hmm. Yeah. And guess what people did? Went on about their business and kept handling their business and getting this money. You feel me? You can stalk all you want, like you ain't that slick and you ain't that smart, right? Yeah, you got outsmarted. Y'all get outsmarted every time. Like I said, just like the last time, like I said. So what they do is they're all a syndicate. They're an underground crime syndicate that works with the corrupt departments, right? So when they get butthurt about me saying the truth, they start trying to send another, attack towards me. So that's why they tagged that truck. That wasn't even that long ago. Y'all tagged that truck thinking I was going to lose that truck, right? You're doing everything to try to dismantle my wealth, but I'm supposed to sit here and just put up with it? Nah, I'm good. I'm going to keep on speaking out publicly. Like, let's be real. Nothing that anybody's doing here is macho. It's all designed to provoke and antagonize. You're all some cowards. Y'all been a bunch of cowards. Y'all know that you're cowards. Like what? Everything you did was behind my back. When they went into my car and took whatever they took, they did that when I was in jail. Oh, y'all some cowards, bro. Yeah, no, y'all all know reality. Every single one of you, bro. I don't have respect for none of you people, bro. Like, what? I don't even know why people in the valley talk to me at all. I'm not friend of none of you. I don't have respect for none of you. After what I went through, I'm sorry, but who deserves that? Well, what celebrity ever came down here and went through that? Name one guy. What? Name anybody who looks like, I don't know, like Trey Songs that ever came down here and even went through that. Never. Y'all just mad because I'm the only person in my group and my culture that stood my ground against everybody. And that's how I built a reputation down here. Like, you can't just do whatever you want. You can't just make things that unfair and then act like it makes sense and then, oh, it's all good. Nah, I'm taking everything and everyone to Supreme Court and I'm going to win this lawsuit. And you can't make me be quiet. So now I get to run my mouth every day and I'm going to make sure I do. I'm never going to be silenced. I promise that. You feel me? Nah, and it's personal now. You feel me? So at the end of the day, they don't like seeing the white man win. That's cool. Wait till God blesses me right around the corner and I rub that in all y'all's faces. Feel me? But Christina's negotiating a settlement that's over 6.8 million guaranteed. Like I said, we looking at potentially 30 to 50 million dollars. Then on top of that, they got to give me back the inheritance that Carly Fiorina stole. Like I said, it's inexcusable. It's unreal and unbelievable. I can't believe that people can commit this many felonies and these many crimes. My own aunt, Carly Fiorina, has stolen my inheritance. She buried the money, I believe. It came out in a download. How is there nobody investigating this? She ran for president of the United States, bro. What are you talking about? This country is a joke. All of you are a joke. Trump is a joke. Biden is a joke. All the whole valley is a joke. None of y'all have any money. You don't make any money. And you're sitting here just being unfair, not letting people get started. Like, I have so much money that's mine, that belongs to me, that I rightfully earned and worked for, and they're just holding it. They just refuse to give me what I need so that I can start my life and do what I need to do. And then y'all got the audacity. You tried to target me more. You tried to spin things, tried to cause trouble, get me in trouble for things that aren't even my responsibility or don't make sense in left field, right? There hasn't been 1 minute that I haven't had some kind of spiritual whatever, some attack sent to me. And that makes sense. Oh, but I'm not at peace? Oh, now you telling me how I feel too? You wanna wear my shoes too? You want my Gucci shoes? Huh? Because you can't have them. Ain't nothing going. Ain't nobody taking nothing from me. I promise that. I wouldn't care what nobody said. Like I said, whatever y'all say, I'll do the opposite. Why would I listen to a bunch of people who ain't real, none of y'all professional, and all y'all break the law and everything you do is illegal, and all you do is run your mouth? How about that? How about the fact that every fake politician in Brownsville is a joke and everybody knows it? Nobody takes y'all seriously. Any job you work, they say you're fake up north. They call y'all, all y'all, what you are, which is Valley, you know what. I'm sorry, but what? But people want to run their mouth, right? Y'all sure you want to get cute with me? Like I said, I'm gonna definitely tell y'all the truth. I'm gonna stand on business all day. You feel me? Like, nah, if the whole world gonna sit here and act like they all the enemy, okay, y'all the enemy. So what's goody? Hmm? Yeah, exactly. Nothing. All these people, you ain't about nothing, bro. All y'all do online, all y'all cowards, you sit there and you hide and run your mouth. Y'all some cowards. Like I said, you know who run this country, you know who run this world, straight up. And all y'all know who the real gangster is, straight up. Yeah. And I'm the white man, and I get wealth and I get money. I've always gotten money. I've always balled out of control. I get what I want. People want to live my lifestyle. People want to be in my shoes. You want to be me, doggy. And you never will be because none of y'all built like this. You're not 6'2" and handsome as hell. That's what they were saying back in the day. They said he's gonna take all our women. That's where your mind is at. Coming from a woman, the woman who was working with corrupt cops and did everything to set me up a million times and it still didn't work, made it through everything. What do you mean? Y'all don't want to talk about how when you did that setup in Austin, you don't want to say the truth, what it was designed to do. Y'all had called Seton Hospital, right? What happened to me. So I've been fighting for my life for the past 4 or 5 years. So I was going through it even horrible, even worse at that point in time, right? Like it kind of changes, you know what I mean? But I go through phases with it, but it was something that was unsurvivable. I survived it, but I mean, I was going through some serious suffering. I mean, couldn't even get air at all. And and then you all did that to me, right? And clearly all you people had something to do with it, right? So then that happened. And then they picked me up on that and took their sweet time. What do you think that was designed to do? To get me out the picture. See, I wasn't supposed to make it out of jail. That's what nobody gets. And then on top of that, they put a kite out on me in the jail on top of that, and I was sitting there punking everybody out basically and sunning them who they tried to send at me. hmm They were targeting me. Their goal was clear as day. They had every way to do what they did, and they did nothing because they're all scary. All y'all scared. hmm So what do you mean? And I knew that going in. I knew that the second time I go in there, I had already talked about that with people. I was thinking way ahead. I'm way ahead of all you. See, that's the thing. My girlfriend Christina, she's very innocent. You know, she doesn't, she can't completely fathom and understand everything that I've been through in this. I mean, this has been horrible. Okay, this is basically, I have to fight for my life nonstop for no reason, and like, I'm not gonna have that issue. Like, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna live like that. Nobody wants to live like that. I'm gonna continue to be happy. And I don't care about your fake complaining and whining, your fake concern. Miss me with all that, bro. All y'all need to back up and stay away from me. I'm not talking to none of y'all. Nobody. Real talk. If anybody approaches me at any time, I'm telling y'all to skedaddle. Get the hell away from me. And like I said, I'm not going to be nice because I don't have to. Because it's clear what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to set someone up. And I said that to people's faces just like I did in Green Bay. And they right in front of me. Y'all ain't even making sense with what you doing. It's like the Jason Bourne movie. Y'all remember the Jason Bourne movie, the last one with that other actor? Nah, bro, I'm gonna stand up for myself. No, I'm not scared, and I'm not gonna pretend with you. No, I just make sure I watch my language and watch how I move now because up in Green Bay they tried to play victim when I stood up and defended my life because these people were trying to do what to me. Right. And they were doing it in a very cowardly way. Then you misquoted and used something out of context that's not even court admissible because I looked up the laws and you can't record a phone call in Wisconsin. You could do it, but that just because it's not illegal technically in that state doesn't mean that it's court admissible. It says it right there on Google. It's not court admissible. So if it wasn't court admissible, you got to give me my $800 back. See, you didn't have anything. You made up stuff. That's what they do. They make up their own laws. They make up what they want. Okay, cool. Well, if y'all just get to do whatever you want, then we'll do whatever we want now. Because now we're not going to give you no grounds to move because we know how to follow the law. It's not difficult. What? Like, you ain't intimidating nobody. None of y'all. You feel me? So these people have followed me all over the country online. None of them were ever tough, right? They don't really follow me in person. They said clear as day what their intentions were to what they wanted to do to me in Minneapolis. They said the same thing, and they called the shelter I was at, right? So they were quote unquote looking for me. Then they said their intentions clear as day in Green Bay, but yet they haven't done anything. Make that make sense. And the attempts that they did make, like I said, nah, what I survived in Green Bay was also unsurvivable. Y'all want to try to cover that up? It's something that happens in the hood all the time. You use your mind and think. And I survived that. Yeah, and that was an inside job, and I know 100% that Green Bay PD is who organized that and was in on it, and that was an active you know what on me. So apparently I'm a pretty important person, right? If a bunch of corrupt cops, right, keep trying to do that to me for no reason who I don't even know. So, how would you feel as a human being after going through all that and then still nobody does their job or does anything and lets people type to me every day and come on here and break federal law and commit felonies and try to act like they're talking to me some way? Well, they run a program of narc, you know what, towards me, on me, which is known to affect anyone's mind. That's a detriment to health lawsuit. I've got so many lawsuits. It is insane. And I've got full grounds. I probably should have evidence. Like I'm pretty much guaranteed to win. And I've never run to nobody for my issues ever, ever. Never called anybody, never complained, never whined, been a man and a G all through all of it, bro. And y'all want to talk about Steez? Steez was an addict doing his addict behavior in that basement, laughing about it when I was going through what I was going through in Green Bay. Steez wasn't a good person or a good guy or a good man. Steez got paid and got money from the Red Triangles to be jealous of me and hate on me, right? Right at the end there, right? I mean, come on, bro. It's common sense. And he said that he got visited by a ghost and a spirit the first time and he went to the hospital, right? And then the other thing happened. So it's kind of common sense, bro. That's karma. That's not only karma, but it sounds like God had a big part in that, right? And ghosts and spirits, ancestors. But these people still want to play with fire. You see what I'm saying? They still want to play with ghosts and God, and hey, you're not listening. I'm the untouchable. You can plot all you want. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what job you have. You can't hide behind a system, bro. Y'all are exposed, man. You feel me? Yeah, and I'm filing lawsuits on both departments. I've been telling you this for years. That's not new. So what do you mean? Like, nah, bro, there's a reason I'm Batman, man. Batman didn't just stand up to criminals in the street. The real criminals are all these people who are acting like they're here to protect us and help us. Those are the criminals. That's the corruption. No, those are the people you need to pay attention to. They're all corrupt, bro. All y'all a joke. Just like I said, just like Border Patrol takes bribes and goes to the clubs and spends it. I'm sorry, but what? They're on here literally issuing illegal statements to me every day, hiding behind a computer. How much more corrupt can you get and cowardly? And that's the same people. What? That makes sense to you? That makes sense to you. To have corrupt cops get on a keyboard, put their fingers on a keyboard every day. Right. Y'all act like it's some surprise or a mystery. No, I know what y'all are on. I know what y'all have been on. It came out in the readings and the downloads. I know everything, bro. Been knowing everything. So, like I said, they created Batman. It is what it is. And now the world has to deal with Batman. You feel me? And now I make a living standing up against corruption. So people won't come near me within a 5,000-mile radius now, especially corrupt individuals, because, well, they know reality. They know that this is what I do for a living. Like I said, everything gets filmed, everything gets documented. Now I got the upper hand. And now nobody can tell me anything. Now people can't move me. They can't do nothing with me, doggy. I'm loving it. Feel me? And all the corny complaining and whining, all that stuff is over with. Game over, bro. Game over. No, I think I'll run my mouth and say the truth. Why would I be quiet? This has to be talked about because I want people to know my story. You feel me? Like, I don't have any fear of anything or anyone. I want people to know the truth. You feel me? So, like I said, you people online, you're just a joke. You're a bunch of people who can't even get a job. You live off Section 8. I've never seen such poor people ever, and they're claiming they're trolling. Who are you trolling if I've never had trolls on this program? You never did anything to me. You just keep talking like you're coming over here like you're treating me some way. You're not treating me anyway. You're behind a computer. Very odd. It's very weird. It's uncomfortable. It's weird behavior. And you're not really doing anything to anyone. You're just showing that you're a coward. So, like I said, what's good? You all act like you have a community. You don't have a community. You have a joke. You have a bunch of people who don't make sense, who are backwards, right? Can you imagine people who lost the opportunity of being with me? Can you imagine people who lost the opportunity of what I've got going over here? I'm the wealthiest man in the country, in the world right now, in reality. And these people were super triggered, impressed, and mad at that. Can you imagine women who are jealous of a man because he's successful? And they're all over the place. Most of this stuff, like I said, comes from women, like these corrupt lawyers. Like, what are you talking about? So just because you're a lawyer, you don't think that you belong in prison for getting on my phone and bothering me? That's a felony. That's definitely illegal. So what do you mean? And it's all going to be brought up when we take it to court. Feel me? I may not have proof for all of it. I don't need to. It's just that the truth gets said. That's what matters. That's why I'm gonna make sure I talk about everything publicly so people understand. And you still got them online issuing illegal statements, saying like trying to silence me, like trying to act like I'm scared, like I'm scared to talk. No, I'm not. I know how to follow the law. Like what? No, see, you all literally are acting like you can just break the law and do whatever you want. That's not quite how it works. No, you can't. You see what I'm saying? Why would I not speak about something I went through that's horrendous and nobody has ever had to go through? It's a pretty big deal, but y'all want to talk about Tupac, right? They want to worship people who ain't even, I mean, well, what is the point? You want to worship Tupac? Bro, what I went through was a million times worse than Tupac. Batman is a lot stronger than Tupac. Tupac was a little scrawny guy. This Batman here is the real deal. So, like I said, when you've got that, then you've got people who sold me out in this community, tried to sacrifice me. People on Sixth Street did the same thing. Went to bars. They were clearly calling every bar, same thing, tracking me, trying to give me a bad name. You weren't giving me a bad name. The only people who are going to side with nonsense and slander are people who are already against me. So it was everybody. It took everybody going against me. Like I said, dentist. I know you probably talked to that dentist. That's why they did that. And even if you didn't talk to him, all y'all been against me since day one. So it's like if the whole world want to be an enemy, just like God told me, then how powerful have you become? Because that's the truth. All y'all the enemy. And what does that make me? The Messiah. And what does that make all of you? Evil. So I went already because guess what? I'm the only one going to heaven. Straight up. Yeah, I'm the one who went through all the persecution. I'm the one who suffered here. I'm the one who went through absolute hell and is not only still standing, people, but surviving and thriving. I'm a real living testimony for God that the whole world can target you like they targeted me, and you can still stand up and win. That's what I represent. My story is ugly. There wasn't nothing beautiful about my story. You understand? What was beautiful about my story is that love is what kept me alive and I survived. Like I said, they've made millions of attempts on me. Okay, actual attempts. Like I said, the other one, the ex girlfriend, had those people, right, messing with my tires, probably corrupt ones too, right? So the Crown Vic flipped like 5 times, survived that. Put my hand up in front of my face and my neck. That was the only way I made it out of that because of God. And I remember it was because I used love and I conquered fear, and that's how I made it through it. Okay. So that happened, right? What was the other thing? It was a whole bunch of stuff, bro. So right there, I mean, the ex-girlfriend committed the highest form of crime you can commit, but then y'all tried to play victim. How does that make sense? Like, why is she not in prison for what she did with my wheels on my car? It wasn't just one car, it was my Porsche. That tire, right, went out conveniently in the same day, and then the Crown Vic. That's somebody tampering with my tires several times. Okay, on my own property, my back window suddenly was, ruined. How do people do these things, but people ain't in on it if they're supposedly monitoring and it's all a safe area? See what I'm saying? Nah, I got targeted, and you know exactly who and what targeted me. It's common sense, and all these people, like I said, they all get down with Satan and the devil. Have fun with that, because I'm with God, and I stood up to everyone. So, like I said, it's a bunch of cowards, bro. They do things behind your back. They ain't about nothing. They don't stand on nothing. That's petty and pathetic, man. I just stay laughing at you and stay being successful, bro. I ain't even mad. I forgive all of you because forgiveness is for me. That's how much I believe in God, my Lord and Savior, because I'm the actual Messiah. See what I'm saying? That's a Messiah. That's called resurrecting. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all want to act like this world means anything. This world is a joke. Okay? Real talk. My Father in heaven controls everything in this dimension. You all control nothing. And like I said, I want every breath I breathe to be a living testimony of the will of God. You understand? People are learning from me. They're learning from my story. They're learning from what I'm saying. I'm performing miracles. I'm showing that I'm the strongest man that's ever been created, that ever walked this planet. I'm performing miracles. I parted the sea basically when I went and walked through that flood. They said I walked about 25 to 26 miles through that flood down here, and I was saving people and helping people and making sure they were okay and checking on them in their cars when they was stuck in water and everything. Did I get any credit for that? I'm sorry, but what? I'm a good person. People want to persecute me. They want to lock me up. They want to do whatever they can towards me. I mean, go ahead. Do what you're going to do. It's kind of sounds like Jesus with the cross, right? That's what Jesus said. He said, "Pick up your cross and follow me." You feel me? I want whatever's coming to me for being a good, righteous man. Because, like I said, all those people I treated with kindness. My ex treated with nothing but kindness. Gave kids that weren't even mine like everything, Schlitterbahn trips every day, tons of food, beautiful hotels, everything that anybody would do anything for. I've been a good man to everyone, whether they ungrateful or not. I don't regret nothing. Feel me? So what do you mean? I've been the good guy to everyone, man. Can't nobody tell my story for me. Let me tell you my real story. Let me tell you the real pain that I carry. It's a ton of pain. Lost my father. I think Carly Fiorina had everything to do with that and these type of people. Then they sitting there saying a bunch of vile stuff about my father while they hide. So what is that? So y'all just pick innocent people and you start targeting them? That's what y'all do now? That makes sense. Then you try to antagonize because you want them to respond. Right, responding is fine, but you want them to get out of character like any normal human being would, especially when you don't understand what's happening, that you're being targeted by everyone around you. I got set up by people around me a million times with all those people. All those people, every step and action they took was to set me up, to get me locked up, and to get me out the picture. And somehow I'm free. I have nothing. I have a crystal clear record, don't have no felonies, can't get no felonies. I'm sorry, but what? Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Ain't nothing y'all can do no more. 'Cause I follow the law. Yeah, no, I could talk all I want and do what I want. This is a free country. Yeah. That's why, like I said, you pay for what you have and you own things. I ain't never committed a crime. I ain't never broken a law. I'm a good dude, man, but I'm just a tough individual. Like in the streets, yeah, I'm a straight gangster and a thug. But I'm a good person with a heart and I help people. That's all I ever did. In Green Bay, the people who set me up, like I said, I saved their life. Literally saved their life at breakfast one day. Never got a real thanks, nothing. I helped them the entire time. Everybody knows I was nothing but good to them. So why would they do that? And you crying on panels? Man, that's pathetic, bro. You pathetic. See, that's what I'm saying. That was the thing that always confused me back in the day because I was like, how does an individual be that slow that they care about? And notice how I never talk about people like that because they don't exist. People like that don't have an identity. You don't exist, especially to me. You're a joke. Like that was the thing that always threw me off when I was up there in Green Bay. I'm sitting here working and trying to make a living and survive and provide and helping someone and paying for their meals and taking care of them and and giving them money and not even giving them money but paying for hotels and someone just sits there and tries to drag you down and have you waste all your money on hotels. That's an accomplishment. How is it fair that people like us, normal people, are trying to make a living and survive, but other people get to feed off of us like parasites and then do nothing but try to drag us down? How's that legal and allowed? Shouldn't that be, isn't that a crime? That's a crime, bro. What? Y'all brag about cheating in relationships. If you do that intentionally, you know that's a crime, right? You can go to prison for that. That's another thing you have to worry about because that might be another charge. Because it was never genuine. I've never been cheated on. I had people that made it like some kind of internet thing, like a mockery thing, so they was doing it all on purpose. Okay, well, that's not genuine cheating. That's just you're disgusting and spiteful and weird. Like you're jealous of me and you're targeting someone, and that's a satanic ritual, is what that is. So that's going to come out of federal court. So it looks pretty depressing and messed up for you, right? You got a lot to look forward in the future too, right? You got lawsuits, you got federal charges, you got prison time, gang stalking across state lines, collusion, conspiracy to commit what towards me? These people tell me every day what they're trying to do to me. I don't have to spell it out. You know exactly what I'm saying. Every day. How is that okay? How is it okay for any human being to be treated that way? And you know what? I think about it and I'm like, it's because I'm God's son. That's the only way that it makes sense. See, if I was a normal civilian like the rest of these folks, it wouldn't make sense. You don't see any of them get treated this way. Think about it. Why am I one of the only white people in the valley? Because I'm God's son. I'm telling you the truth. Why have I been through so much persecution? Because I'm God's son. It all makes sense. You understand? It was never fair. Nothing was ever fair, bro. I mean, try being in a relationship. Try being a good person. Try doing anything when you have every person coming at you behind your back from every angle. You can't even function like that. Green Bay, y'all wouldn't get off my phone and quit bothering me so I could just do my job and work. You affected my job every single time. You got me fired from Panera Bread, and that was all lies saying that I did something or made videos that were inappropriate. When? I never did that. What? Because I was good at washing dishes and I was making money? What? So one day you just intentionally don't pick me up for work? That's okay. That makes sense. And leave me stranded on the streets of Green Bay? Was left on the streets of Green Bay, stranded numerous several times to the point I was so sleep deprived. I would literally try to go take a nap at like a gym in a massage chair because I was forced to because I had nowhere else to go. I'm sorry, but what? To the point that I literally, okay, what I was being targeted, chased like an animal, right? And all this nonsense. And again, nobody really did anything. Nothing done was tough. So what do you mean? You all did everything hiding. So don't get online and talk like you're tough. That's all I'm saying. Like whatever you do, you got to stand on it. Y'all some cowards. That's some coward stuff. Yeah, I was so sleep deprived to the point that I'm almost like passing out, like about to keel over and fall over. Okay, on camera. And they're sitting there watching it, enjoying it, gloating like it's a cool thing, like it's okay. It ain't never okay to treat a human being the way I've been treated. What? So y'all do a bunch of stuff because, right, because you know people can't, the person that you're targeting, they can't do anything about it. They can't because there's laws and rules and y'all are breaking them and y'all are twisting them all and just using it like it's a whole system you've designed against me, right? No, I'm not defenseless. I'm just smart. See the point? No, I have all the power. I'm gonna tell y'all what all y'all are defenseless against. My father, God. I have a real dad, Joe Sneed, and then I have my other father, who is also my real father, God. Y'all are who's defenseless and powerless from God. What power do you have? I'm sorry, but what? You think that you can silence me? Let's see it. When? How? You can't. Because I know how to talk and I follow the law. See, I don't follow the law because I'm a coward or I'm scared. I follow the law because you have to. What? You understand? If there was no laws, I mean, isn't it all common sense? Like, we know who's who. So what do you mean? No, there's laws. And I'm a grown man. I'm 35 years old. So, like I said, people have used the system of fake law. They've twisted it, changed all the laws, and used it against me to try to trap me, right? And every time I've made it out of everything through God in God's name with God's will. But God, right? I have a real testimony, man. People don't understand what I've been through is I've climbed straight out of hell. I've walked through hell and made hell my friend. That's what y'all don't get. That's what people don't get. They left me in the darkness, and the darkness crowned me king. That's the truth. I've been through things you people couldn't even imagine, and you got the nerve and audacity to get online and be immature and start acting like you're saying something about me physically. Yeah, I'm beautiful physically. I look the way all of y'all wish you could look. All that fake talking you doing, what's the point if you saying it all 1,000 million miles away? What's the point of that? Like I said, to provoke. Coward stuff. So we know what y'all on. Y'all take the cop out every time. All y'all are sad and a joke. All y'all do is work with corrupt individuals. All y'all a joke. What's the most y'all can do? Work a job, make a little bit of money, rent, be a moocher, never get anywhere near my level, never be able to compete, and I don't even have to work. I could do nothing and still be better off than you because I own everything because I've worked my entire life since I was 16. What y'all can do? Y'all gonna go to a gym and not train right? See, people are a joke. The new generation can't tell me anything. I'm an OG vet now, and I still look younger than all of you. Yeah, all the people, all these other people, I don't care if they're younger than me. I look younger than y'all. I look better than you. I'm more with it than you. I'm more active. I'm more energetic. I'm stronger. Seriously, I age backwards, bro. I'm a vampire. Not joking. Like I said, God's the one who told me I'm immortal. God told me it was his idea, the whole Batman thing. So, to think, it told me trust the spark. That's what it said. Like, trust like the spark of intuition. And I'm getting to stand up and speak. And that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be quiet. It wouldn't make no sense. That wouldn't be living. That wouldn't be America. That wouldn't be the human spirit. I'm going to stand up and speak my truth and speak my message. That's what God told me to do recently, too. Say your truth, speak your truth. Feel me? I'm gonna be a symbol that people never thought possible. I'm a symbol of real justice. I'm the real Batman, yes. And I stand up to all of these cowards. The real criminals are all around you, man. The criminals are half the people that y'all marry and get in a relationship with. Those are the criminals. You know how many times I've seen depressed wives going through hell or doing even crazier stuff, and it's really sad because the husband doesn't care about them and he's a narc, or vice versa. I've been in relationships with narcissistic women. I've been through it. I'm just a strong dude. I'm strong as hell. It's not even strong. It's to the point that I just accept pain and keep moving and I use it to fuel me. You understand? People talk about broken. I was broken a long time ago. People could never walk in my shoes. You people couldn't fathom. Okay, what I've been through. You couldn't imagine. You got the nerve to judge me when I look as good as I do? Boy, y'all pathetic. Feel me? But yet, like I said, none of them can actually catch up to me wealth wise. I'm extremely blessed right now. I don't need anything extra. I already made it. And then guess what? God is about to bless me with more than I've ever had. And all I'm going to do is keep on speaking the truth and exposing y'all. I'm going to stand on business every day. I'm going to keep on rubbing it in your face every day. When I get all this money, 100%, I'm going to be making it rain, baby. I'm going to be throwing stacks in the air of money in front of people. Real talk. I don't care. I'll take Christina with me to the club and go make it rain in the club with some cash. I don't care, bro. Like, you gotta understand, Christina knows who I am. I'm me, bro. Christina likes Tupac too. Like, I'm a lot like Pop, but I'm white. I look a lot better than him. You know what I mean? Like, I look like what Christina actually wants. Let's get real. You feel me? So it's like, because Christina ain't attracted to y'all. I mean, I don't know who would be. Like I said, none of y'all have any level of attraction. That's the only reason you even entertain that nonsense. It's all fake because, like I said, they have nothing to offer. They're all like TJ. All y'all are homeless. All y'all do is stay getting locked up in and out of prison. All y'all a joke. You people got online. You said you're going to do this, you're going to do that. You're clearly not going to do anything because you can't, right? Because you already know what time it is. It's justice time. It's karma time. It's truth time, right? You can't do nothing to me because I'm saying the truth. You're not going to tell me when to talk or when to do anything or what to do. That's all petty nonsense, man. Like I said, that's fine. It'll be addressed in court, man. I'll have a chance to say to everybody's face how I feel about them, right? Because you ran your mouth for a million years and made no sense, right? And that's it. I ain't worried about it because I'm not holding on to anything. I forgive everyone. You have to, especially people hiding. I mean, I don't know what that is, bro. Like I said, somebody had some weird, evil, demonic, devil plan to hide and try to implement things upon me and speak ill will on me and affect my life. Yeah, well, that epically failed. Next. Right. You'll never take my freedom, bro. Not only will you never take my freedom, you'll never put me in a bad position. You'll never tell me what to do. Nothing. It's never nothing no more, man. Feel me? Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Y'all talk about driving and cars like it's a big deal, bro. I own my own car lot. I'm supposed to still own like 5 vehicles, technically, at least four for sure. The other one, like I said, I got to talk to the dude that owns the dealership, and it's owned and paid for. I just got to try to get in touch with him, and I'm not going to do it until, like I said, everything we get this show on the road. Feel me? It's just that simple. But yeah, I mean, it just is what it is, man. I just realized this is basically like hell. All y'all just try to target people, and like I said, I'm lucky, man. I'm lucky and I'm blessed, bro. Truly, I'm truly blessed that I've made it through everything. I'm truly blessed that I've walked straight through hell and every challenge the devil had for me, every trap, and I'm untouched and unscathed. I truly believe in God, man. I encourage and I want everyone to put your faith in God, man, because that's the only way that you're going to stand up and win against all these corrupt individuals. And isn't that what life about? See, life ain't about going to college and being a student and being a peon servant slave and making yourself an indentured servant with student loans and all that nonsense and cars on payments. That's not what life about. Life ain't about driving a car. That means nothing. Or having a license. That's anybody can get that. No, life is about standing up to evil people and winning. That's what life about. I'm living life. That's the part y'all don't get. I'm living real life by myself. I do most everything. I do it alone. Everything I do is hard as hell. I have to do everything by myself, bro. Y'all, it's like a guy said. I heard him say on the other day. He gave a speech and he talked about. It, he said the real ones you got to worry about, and he described me to a T. He said are the people who are alone by themselves, healing every day, who they suffer and going through the pain and they've embraced it through, you know what I mean? That's healing. You have to be alienated and isolated and alone to heal. You got to have time to yourself to heal. You can't be running to other people cuz you weak and you just want to be comforted for the time being and use people and manipulate them. All y'all who evil, all y'all continue to get what you deserve. It will never change. Evil people get what they deserve in this world. I told y'all a million times. So that's why it's like the devil has thrown every trick in the book at me. He's thrown the book at me. He's thrown everything he can at me. He's used every pawn, every person around me he could. He has possessed people. I've seen it with my own two eyes. He's possessed the people closest to me. He's done everything possible to break me and get me off of my path, to distract me, to sway me, to entice me. None of it worked. Why? Because of God. That's the truth. And it wasn't always me. God didn't let go of me. You understand? I don't know if that might be the bat. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to tell y'all a little bit of my story because it goes a lot deeper than that. This has been going on since I was born. People been trying to do this to me and set me up and get me out the picture since I was born, bro. I've survived so many different things towards me. These people been trying to do this to me my entire life. I'm the real chosen one, bro. Do you know what it takes to walk in my shoes? Do you know what it takes to have survived all these things? And now God gifted me with a platform to speak about it and tell people the truth. See, I'm not worried about your fake laws, your fake rules, your fake buildings, fake establishments, your fake jobs, your fake servants. I'm worried about what God got for me. I'm worried about God's will and carrying out God's will to a T every day. I'm worried about standing up and being righteous. You know why? Because you cannot conquer a righteous mind. I reached God consciousness. I reached that level. It took years and years and decades. I was there. I've been there for a while. And then I found God. God found me. I didn't find God. God found me. God didn't let go of me. God creeped into my life, and that's the truth. And He came out of nowhere and He made His presence very clear to me. Okay. I didn't know any of this was going to happen. I didn't realize my life was going to take a turn like this. I had no idea. All I could see was, nothing at the end of the tunnel. I could see pain, anguish. Like he said in Batman, he said, I was hoping you never came back to Gotham. I always knew there was nothing but pain and heartbreak here for you. That's what y'all don't get. Y'all want to act like my life pretty. Ain't nothing been pretty about my life. My life has been hard as hell. I've heard people say, my life sucks. No, my life sucks. You know why it's good? Because I'm a positive person. So I don't allow it to suck. See the point? See, I alchemize. I take the most negative circumstances, cards dealt that I always get, unfair treatment. Bro, I ain't never even been given a fair shake in a relationship or with anyone. I've never even been given a fair chance. But you know what? Instead of complaining that the world don't make sense and people are slow and don't realize the blessing in front of them, I let it all go and let it do what it do because that's part of God's plan. And that's why I said that's why I'm getting my divine spouse and who I'm really supposed to be with, who I deserve, who I'm intended to be with, who all these other past relationships were to prepare me for, or people who I met or came across, or every horrible experience I ever had, or every every dude in the hood that tried to jip me, or we got into the mix, or we got into it and I had to tell him what's up and stand up to him. Like all those different things made me who I am. The world is infinite. The universe is infinite, right? You could say there's infinite possibilities, but there isn't, because God controls all those possibilities. The fact is that at the end of the day, that God is in control. My life is in God's hands. You understand? And it's just like Tupac said, but see, I'm not trapped. I'm not in no courtroom. I don't have no cases on me. I'm straight. And I'm always be straight because I know how to talk and I know how to speak properly. But to think that I'm going to hold my tongue and not say the truth about who set me up and who I was targeted by, this wasn't just in Green Bay. This was everywhere I went. This was down here, right here. This was all these other individuals were a part of this, 100%. And I have concrete proof of it. So when I tell you I'm Batman, that's real. When I tell you I'm the real Jason Bourne, that's real. So what are y'all talking about? That's why y'all fools want to act surprised. You want to act like you don't know. Everybody knows. Ain't no secret, man. Like, oh, we just all forgot. See what I'm saying? A lot of y'all actors, man. Y'all be act talking. Y'all be fake talking because y'all know what it is. That's what I've noticed. All these people, they all fake. And if not, it's like, okay, well, who cares about you then? Mind your business. You feel me? Like, it is what it is, man. Like I said, at the end of the day, I dress better than y'all, look better than you, have everything you don't have. And I'm not worried about none of that. That's the weird thing. These people get on YouTube like we're in a competition. I just want you to leave me alone and go your own direction like I did 15 years ago. I don't know you. I don't talk to you. We're not in competition. Clearly, you don't have anything and I have it all. I'm blessed by God and you're not. I have an anointing over my life and you're sitting there working with Satan. Y'all are chubby and old and I'm young and vibrant and thin and skinny and in good shape. I don't get it. Do y'all do calisthenics? No. Do y'all do basketball? No. These are people who would go to a club and everyone would reject them. I used to go to the club and every girl was trying to get with me. I'm just telling you the truth. Like, what? Christina loves me. She has the biggest crush on me ever. Always has. Right? We found each other through the internet, through what I do, which is what I said. I figured that I would meet my wife and my significant other and my spouse and who I love and my actual soulmate through what I do. I just got deceived and lied to by other people at first, and now I've actually found who my actual soulmate is, and I know for a fact that Christina is my soulmate. Do you really think that I would ever barter or betray or do what y'all do to people or what people did to me, especially on here? Do you think I would ever do that with Christina? Not at all. No, because love is priceless. Because Christina deserves to be loved. She deserves to be happy. She's a genuinely good person. She has a good heart. It's not about your actions. Y'all always want to talk about actions. People make mistakes. People say things they don't mean when they get upset. That's part of being human. Y'all ain't human though. Y'all subhuman. I have no love for y'all. No compassion, no mercy, no remorse, no nothing. For people who are subhuman, I can't stand you. Straight up. Y'all like reptiles and vultures, bro. Like what? See, you got to remember, I'm a human being. I don't care how you feel. See my point? Hmm. It is what it is, man. Like I said, all this nonsense. Look at that. All that nonsense and for nothing because nobody does anything. Nobody does anything they're supposed to do. That's a fact. Nobody does their job. Everybody just sits there and is stagnated and doing nothing. That's the truth. Everybody acts like they can't think, like they can't hear, like you don't know what's been going on all these years. What? In some fake suburbs too? That's crazy, dog. Like real talk. Like we might as well be in the hood, bro, because people in the hood in the ghetto, they live way better than us. They get treated way better than us. I ain't never seen somebody get treated how I've been treated ever. To think I'm gonna be quiet about it? Not at all, bro. Hell no. Like you saying I can't get away from it? The hell I can't. Yes, I can. Because guess what? When we get that money, we going off grid. You feel me? No, like it's if that's how easily people succumb, that these people can follow me around and call people, pay them off, whatever, do whatever, you probably wasted millions of dollars that you didn't have, other people's money, on trying to stop me from living my life. And look at me living my beautiful life still. Ooh, I know you mad. Right? See, I don't have to do anything. I already won. It doesn't matter what happens from this point on out, but I'm gonna, all I got to do is exist. But even then, I already won with my existence. I won with the fact that I conquered fear with love. I won with the fact that I kept pressing forward and kept pushing and kept going. Those nights that I was walking in Green Bay when I could barely think and I was so tired I could barely stand up straight, they meant everything because that was defeating you. And that's exactly why I did it. Nah, see, I know what's personal and what's not. I don't have any personal beefs with nobody. I forgave all y'all. Now go your own direction. You don't have a choice. You ain't gonna set me up. You ain't gonna lock me up. You ain't gonna take away my freedom. You're not gonna do nothing. You're not gonna tell me when or how to speak or where to do things at. You're gonna go ahead and mosey on and go on about your business now. And like I said, I'll have a federal lawsuit in Supreme Court. All y'all will have to be there. And then everybody gets federally indicted and does federal prison time. So you have that to look forward to for all the illegal statements you've issued, all the things you've said to me that were totally unreasonable out of nowhere, right? Illegal statements for what reason? Who did I ever do or say anything to that was wrong? No, I didn't. I stood up to people who were illegal, felony committing criminals who worked with corrupt people. I stood up to corruption. I'm a good man. I'm the righteous man. Sorry, but what? Literally, all these people, they just did whatever they want. Then they had the nerve and audacity, the same corrupt people, to see me later when they were giving me the fake tickets and say, "How are you doing?" Boy, stop it. Y'all pathetic in the valley. That's literally the valley for you. That's why if you go up to Austin, they call them what? Valley what? Huh? What do they call y'all? Right, because everybody knows how y'all get down. You feel me? They must not know that it's that deep, but they just know how y'all are. It's pathetic, man. Like, what does the valley got to do with me, bro? I don't care about the valley. The valley don't make me, bro. You know what I mean? I do what I do. I'm gonna be where I'm gonna be at. But nah, trust me, bro. I got a lot going in the world, man. Like, I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be straight. Trust me, somehow, some way. And like I said, we keep pushing forward. We keep on figuring out. I'm gonna keep getting paid for what I do. And like I said, my whole deal was I've tried to protect my business and this platform at all costs this entire time. But I also need to be able to say the truth. It's too much creative control. They don't pay you right. I mean, it's a lot of problems, but you know what? I got to say the truth regardless. It has to be said. So, like I said, at the end of the day, I just give all credit and glory to God, man. You know what I mean? All these other people, I, I think it's pretty clear how I feel about you. You know what I mean? Real talk. I think it's pretty clear what I really want to say to everybody. I just can't because there's rules on this channel and I care about my business. You feel me? Like, I mean, fact is, why don't all y'all just get off of my you know what? Because that's what it's all about. Like, real talk. People been playing me close like that while they at a distance doing all that hating, right? Because you all on my you know what? Because I'm a star. I'm amazing because you was jealous because you knew I was the only one who was gonna make it because you knew the gifts I had. You know I was gonna be able to create and build. You know I was gonna be able to make money being myself. I get paid to exist now. I get paid to be myself. I get paid to speak the truth and expose these corrupt individuals who ain't nothing and nobody and have no money. What? Imagine having the nerve and audacity to talk about money when y'all committed all these crimes, did all this illegal stuff, and I literally had bounced back every time. And you got the nerve, y'all got nerve and audacity, bro, to talk to me about money. That's crazy. When I just was cooking and just made like $11,000 and spent all them bands like nothing. Doing what I want to do, building this business, and it worked. Now I make checks consistently running this business. Boy, I'm a boss. I ain't had a failure yet, ever. You got them people that are slow trying to call me the names that apply to them. I mean, how? How am I something I'm not if I'm the dude who's smart and I'm the engineer of all this and I'm the winner? You seeing Batman ride on a bat cycle all around on a bat pod. Sounds like a genius to me. So why are you saying I'm something I'm not? How would that make sense? Like I said, people haven't said anything to me because it has to make sense. You haven't issued one statement. When we get in court and we discuss these matters, like, I'm not going to be irate all the time and stuff. I'm going to be calm because the minute you open your mouth, I'm going to tell you the same thing. Oh, there they go again, not making any sense. I'm going to make a fool of you when we get to court. Get ready because when we go to court, I'm going to make a fool out of all y'all. That's a promise. I'm going to make y'all look silly in that courtroom. You understand? Like, it's going to be embarrassing. So get ready for that. And my guess is most of you are going to try to skip on court because you know what's good. You already know what time it is. You already know it's justice time. You feel me? Y'all looking at life sentences, bro. Y'all ain't never getting out of prison. That's a fact. Look what you did. Don't sit there and act silly about it. You know what's good. I think most of you going to try to skip out on court. That's fine. They'll put a warrant out for your arrest. They'll apprehend you, and you'll go to prison either way. The case is going to be had either way. It's going to be a federal lawsuit, Supreme Court. I'm taking it as far as I need to. Real talk. And if they try to deny it or make an excuse or dance around it like that other lawyer did when I went through that thing with the truck, I'm going to file a lawsuit on them, a countersuit. I'm not playing about nothing. I'm not letting go on none of this. You understand? This has to be exposed, and I'm gonna be publicly speaking about it nonstop while I'm being Batman, standing up to all of you. See, that's the thing. When you put people and you give them fake power and illusion of power, that's what people don't get. My job is gonna be to stand up to you people, because look at what you're doing to all our people. Look what you do to our youth. Look what you do to our kids. Look what you do to our civilized people out here. Look how you treat us. Y'all ain't never helped us. Y'all ain't never been our friend. It's just like I said, like it's like the bug's life with the ants and the grasshopper. Y'all are that grasshopper and we're the ants. And there's so many of us ants that the grasshoppers are scared that one day that one ant is going to get all the ants to understand reality that all these people are our enemy. They were never our friend. They all some cowards and they scared of us, the people. We make the rules. That's what this is about. I don't know why people act like I'm your friend and it's all good. That's why I sit there and laugh in your face. I'm not your friend. What? Like, it's all good for the fake entertainment part of it, but that's all something you talked about. I was never entertainment, never will be, never have been. I'm not entertainment, bro. I'm a street gangster. What? Feel me? So, like I said, I just think it's hilarious, man. Already blessed beyond belief, too blessed to be stressed, free, right? Like I said, it is what it is, man. I got problems, I got issues, but doing better than all of you. Doing better than all of you every single day, every day, all day. I'm just not going to go through anything again. That I can assure you. I'm not going to be stressed that, oh, I talk and I do a show and, oh, I'm going to be punished. No, I'm not. Ain't nobody going to ever do nothing or tell me nothing. And like I said, we're not doing any more talking to the public, no more, nothing. All right. I'm filming and recording everything. Anybody says anything to me, odds are they're probably breaking the law and they're going to be federally indicted, right? They're literally incriminating themselves and you're going to go to prison. That's what it is. Real talk. People will go to prison and lose their job if they say one word to me. Stay out my way. I mean that. I don't care who you are. So, like I said, I make the rules. We operate above the feds. I have divine authority. No, I'm not crazy. I'm talking all a bunch of facts of what I do. You feel me? I don't care what nobody talking about. You understand? Like, nobody can act like I'm doing something I'm not. I know what I'm doing. Feel me? See, that's the thing. It don't work like that. In this reality, by law, people cannot just bother you when they want. It don't work like that. They don't monitor and check on you. Like, I'm not a kid. I'm a grown man. See what I'm saying? They can't find an excuse to, oh, I want to keep sending something your way and bothering you. Can't do that. That's illegal. Like, no, you can't do that even once, but much less in excess. And then have strangers talking about what they gonna do. Yeah, no, we don't accept nothing from strangers over here. Like I said, do not come over here. Real talk. I'm telling you, don't come near me. None of y'all. Feel me? Like, that's my right as a citizen and civilian. And the judge, the lawyer, and all the courtroom is gonna tell you all that to your face. They're gonna tell you, why didn't you leave this dude alone? Get off of his you know what, like he's a star. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Bunch of pathetic people. All them people broke, bro. All you people who corrupt and work these little corny jobs, all y'all broke. All y'all got no money. Boy, keep my name out your mouth. Sorry, but what? You's a joke. I'm a grown man, son. I'm what all y'all want to be. That's 100% right. What you talking about? See, I'm not like them other folks that they got cases, they sitting in prison forever. You'll never be able to do that to me. And I'm the actual gangster. They not even gangsters. They all a bunch of cowards. Expose them too. See, I didn't just run around talking smack about people making up lies. I said the truth and exposed everybody. I pulled the cover off of everybody and left them shivering in the cold. They were so exposed. You feel me? I done pulled the cover off of the Wizard of Oz operation. I figured out that there was a green cloth and a screen. I pulled it back and I saw that's the Wizard of Oz. It's a machine. I figured out the whole system is fake. I figured all you people with your fake smiles out here are fake. I figured out your society is fake. I figured out all you so-called women fake. So-called women, you live in a world that doesn't even exist, stuck in your own delusion. Like what? They be telling me, "Oh, hi, Batman," whatever. I mean, that's cool. That's fine. I don't have nothing against that. But I mean, let's just get real. Most of you have no concept of reality. You know, you just don't. I mean, what world are we in? And what do these so-called women, like I said, what do they think they're here for? I'm just saying, bro. Any normal woman 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, they knew their purpose was they were here for me. They were here to find a real man. These people, I don't know what they think they're here for. They're here to be on TikTok all day. Y'all are a joke. I'm just telling you the truth. Hold up. And then y'all want to act like it's funny or like laugh, bro. Y'all have no human spirit. It's ruining all these other generations. Y'all can't even build a future. I mean, you're a joke. I don't think it's funny at all. I think you're funny. I think I laugh at y'all every day. Ain't nobody laughing at me. Oh, what? Because I'm different than you? I'm not different. I'm normal. I'm sane. I'm what the world's supposed to be. I'm what a man is. Y'all all crazy. This society is delusional. All y'all delusional. And all I did was expose basic reality. Feel me? Like, nah, bro. Y'all is corny. But like I said, God controls my story. I'm God's son. God will do what he wants with me. Feel me? God is doing what he wants with all of you, and there's nothing you can do about it. You feel me? So, like I said, it is what it is, man. I'm not in a back and forth. I wish all y'all the best, all you people, even the people who committed all these horrible atrocities and crimes, the people who issued illegal statements. I wish all y'all the best, man. But now you got to go ahead and go your own way. Bye. Yeah, because we won't be talking again at all, ever, at any point. There's no point we're going to talk. When we get to court, I'm not talking to you unless it's to tell you to be quiet and not run your mouth. We ain't doing no more talking. There's nothing to talk about. We're taking you to court. You're going to lose and you're going to prison. Like I said, I think a lot of these people are about to go on the run because I think the feds are already paying attention to them. I think the feds already got them because it said this chapter can't be closed until there's arrests made. I think the arrests are going to get made because of what I've exposed here, right? Oh, and y'all need to investigate all of the corrupt ones too. Yep, all of them. All of what the lawsuits that I've already classified and spoke on, you need to investigate all of them. Why wouldn't you? I just told you all the illegal stuff they did. That was just a small bit of it. So now what's up? What? Yeah, feds and FBI have jurisdiction everywhere. Feds and FBI, y'all have to answer to. All you people are lowly peasants. You're nobody. Keep my name out your mouth. I operate above the feds and the FBI. Yes. Yeah. Divine authority. I do what I want to do. Yeah. You actually have more power as a concerned citizen and a good Samaritan, an actual good Samaritan, and a civilian. Yeah. Because, like I said, nobody controls me. I don't have a boss. I do what I want to do. See my point? Remember, I never asked nobody for permission. I just went out and had the courage to do it because that's the only way to do it. These people, they want to have no air around them and act like I can't do anything. Everything I want to do, they want to try to stop. Like, listen, you're not my parents, and my parents never treated me like that. So you go ahead and get out my face. I'm going to do exactly what I want in front of your face, and now I'm going to rub it in every time since you apparently have a problem with it. That's the weirdest behavior I've ever seen. Like how you get online and get in a group and then try to act like you treating me some way at a million miles away. What? You ain't treating nobody no type of way. Why, what? Even your own homeboys said I treated everyone right when I was in Green Bay, which just means Sonnen and G checked and got the best of everyone. Bro, we had standoffs in Green Bay. Let's get real. Just me, Dolo, by myself. But we were in actual standoffs, and everyone backed down to me and tucked their tail between their legs and kept pushing. And I was calling them every name in the book and cussing up a storm and doing antics and moving my hands, telling them what time it was, and you know what I mean, like where they can put they, you know what, like bro, I don't put all you people in your place. I won. Remember, no, you all started the issue. I finished it and I won, and I finished it the right way. Hmm. See, you don't take bait. This is why a lot of people have these cases in Carizalas or in these jails and prisons. They have cases because they were antagonized by people, is what I believe. I don't think it was the same situation, but you know, like some of them, like one of them in there, he had one of the worst high profile cases. It was like people they came around him and he didn't want to come out or something. So then he did some crazy stuff. Like, yeah, but that's your fault because you wanted to approach things as a coward. So you started, you know, going on a whatever on a tirade for no reason. right? Instead of being a man. But then how you see, that's the thing. You can't be hypocritical and lie to my face. You can lie to those other people in Alpha Pod, but you can't lie to me and act like you're tough. And that's why the CEOs and the people who can actually think, they don't buy your story because they know you're full of it. That's why the courtroom tells you, no, you're delusional. The one dude, that same dude, he told me, he said, I'm not worried. He said, I'm good in here. I'm safe. Right. Because you were worried about your safety. You could have just said that. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't have to deal with nobody or talk to nobody. Instead, look at what one bad decision did for you. He's going to be in there. He's basically serving a life sentence. He's going to be in there forever. He's talking like he can beat the case. That's delusion. He can't beat that case. Ain't no way in hell. And that's most people, most the predicament y'all are in. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all talk about ASAP Rocky or any of these people. Who was the other one? Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez was in prison because of his own decisions. You wanted to sit there and hang around them Kardashians or whatever. You knew they were down with Satan. You sold your soul. What did you expect? That system eats its own. Do you think the Kardashians aren't going to get their karma and somebody's not going to try to sacrifice them too? Oh, yes, they are. All y'all go through the same thing because that system eats their own. All y'all get your karma. Evil people get what they deserve in this world. It'll never change. And good people, they get blessed. The meek shall inherit the earth. I figured out the point of life. The point of life is survive all the attacks, survive everything the devil has for you, and you will get blessed. And you know how you survive it? By not trying to survive it, by giving up. That's the truth. That's why God, if you read the Bible, God tells you straight up, He says, he who tries to hold on to his life will in the process what? God says that he will lose it. He says the person who lets go of their life and gives their life over to me, to God, to Christ and God, who gives me life, will have eternal life with me. See, I didn't try to hold on to my life. I should have been up out of here. I don't know how the hell I'm talking to you right now. I don't know how. Seriously, I realistically don't know how. That's why I have no fear. That's why people, if you wonder why I do what I do, why I have no fear about anything, no fear in the street, because I'm doing the right thing. Why would I worry about what some people have to say who are delusional and mentally ill? All these people are literally clinically insane. I don't care about you. I'm gonna make my money and do what I need to do. It's the right thing to do, and I have no fear because I've already passed. I already passed, bro. I just resurrected and kept coming back. Real talk. I already did that. That's how I had my rebirth. I had to go through the first part of the process first. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't really technically pass because, well, my willpower held on and I kept staying in there and I kept myself conscious. Like, what? I survived a truck, bro. What? Y'all funny as hell. Yo, y'all want to sit there and rewrite my story? The video's on the channel, homie. Y'all better do your damn research, bro, and keep your mouth shut and be quiet and get real. Real talk, it's getting pathetic, man. But like I said, some of us are real superheroes, man. Some of us don't care. And like I said, God told me all this. God found me. God said, you immortal. What it told me. Started telling me the truth. It said, dude, you're immortal. You know? You know how hard what I've been through is? It's so hard that it made it to where I'll never give up on anything ever again. That's what it did do for me. You know what I mean? God continues to bless me, as long as God continues to keep me moving and doing what he do. And I think a lot of that is in my control and my willpower too. You know what I mean? I give myself credit too, man. I believe that we are like gods, but I believe in God 1,000,000%. I put all my faith in God. I'm not in control. That's the phase I'm going through right now too. They telling me like, and I already let go of control. I know I'm not in control. God is in control. Real talk. The man upstairs. That's the truth. That I know for a fact. I'm not in control. I'm not trying to be in control. I never was. I was never trying to do anything but, like I said, find Christina, find who I love, be happy. That's all I've been trying to do my whole life. This whole time, the whole time that all these people did all this weird stuff and all these antics. And it's crazy because it makes it sound like my life hasn't been super beautiful. My life's been magnificent. I had so much fun, happiness, so much in between the stuff that I have to talk about publicly just so people can understand what's going on and the story can be told. Man, my life's been beautiful, bro. I done seen so much money. I've had so much fun. I've experienced life. I've been to so many beautiful places and done beautiful things. I've met good people. I've met bad people. I've been in the streets. I know what the streets are like everywhere, like the back of my hand. I just got a ton of life experience. I'm an ancient soul, man. So these people don't get it. You're talking to an ancient entity here in the human form. Feel me? And these people know it's real. And I'm just saying, if you look at your society, how can y'all be fake with each other and catty or say that you have friends or you got a girlfriend when all y'all fake? All y'all fake. Don't none of y'all got no love for each other. All y'all fake because look how the society has done me and treated me. If me being real has have people like TJ plotting on me and taking bribes or being used by the red triangles to target me, that I've known for years from my actual reality, okay, then if that's possible, then that could be anyone. All these things could happen to anyone. It couldn't, it's not just me. Any of you could have gone through what I've been through. It could have happened to anyone. It's just I got chosen for my walk because this is clearly the life path I chose and what God gave me. But my whole point is, I think I chose it. I think it was my decision. You know what I mean? I think it was an impossible walk, and I said, I'm going to do it because I want to do the impossible. But, like I said, I mean, how can any of you act like anything you have is real? It's like all the people who claim they're married. You got married out of convenience. Most of you got married too early. You got married because you're poor and you can't survive on your own. That's all y'all have marriages to try to survive. You're all absolutely pathetic. See, my marriage is a real marriage. It's a marriage that I want to be in. It's not for survival. It's because I love Christina. That's the truth. So it's like, I mean, how can y'all say that, everything is real for you if this is a fake world with a bunch of fake people? And I'm telling you, I made all this money. I got targeted. I succeeded on here on YouTube. I got a voice and I'm a public speaker. I got targeted by people I thought was my friends. So what does that prove for you? Same thing with all y'all. All y'all friends are fake. 9 times out of 10. Y'all better pay attention. Y'all better wake up. See, it's weird for me when I look at people now. As I get older and older, it gets even weirder because my perspective is so clear. I can see that you're being used. I told Miguel, I said, you gonna let Raul treat you like that and keep talking to you like that? Miguel is a punk. That's why I lost all respect for you, bro. I lost all respect for anything you ever said. I lost all respect for that other pastor, right? I lost all respect. I never had any respect for Raul. I lost all respect for all of them. That trying to bring me back over there, that was the worst mistake you ever made because that just made me completely lose respect for all of you and Bobby. That made me lose complete respect because it showed me the truth. It showed me the whole out truth that all y'all some criminals. You're not tough. You nobody is soft, and you're everything I ever said you were. You proved me right. That all y'all is running from the streets, running from reality. Those a bunch of cowards, man. You know what I mean? Real talk, bro. And no, I don't need you, bro. I would rather suffer and go through whatever than need people who I can't stand and don't respect, who are plotting on me. Like I said, nah, if y'all would have been cool and been real friends, that would have been cool. We could have been cool, but y'all wasn't no real friends. Like real friends don't sit there and leave their homeboy, like by himself. Like they don't leave me stranded in Kentucky on purpose when all they can do is drive down the street and pick me up. What? That's called being targeted. So don't tell me they're not discriminate here. Everybody knows what it is, man. They all gonna stay away from me. They won't get near me with a 10-foot pole now because they know what's good. They all know reality that I'm filing a federal lawsuit, a bunch of lawsuits. Everybody's gonna lose their job and go to prison. Feel me? Everybody knows what it is, and everybody's scared of Batman. That's the truth. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be scary, man. I try to really, really help the public and help people. I try to be vitally available. All I do is help people and do good deeds. I stop and do good deeds for old ladies, man. What do you mean? My objective was never coming online acting tough or acting gangster. Ain't nobody acting. This is who I am. I'm just letting you know and reminding you all of reality on here because you want to run your mouth. Like I said, do not run your mouth at me ever. I'm a grown man. Like what are you talking about? If you got something to say, if you banned from the program, you banned from the program. You can't talk to me. That's why I said it. I mean what I say. So, like I said, man, people got nothing for me, man. Like I said, these people are pathetic, and all y'all continue to get your karma, man. Like I said, evil people get what they deserve. All these people who've been gang stalking me for all the years and did all this stuff for me. What do you think? God's gonna deliver everything y'all deserve. That's common sense. Yeah, God got me, bro. That I can assure you. I promise you, God got me. So, like I said, keep on swimming in your karma. I'm laughing at all y'all folks. All right, stay broke. You can't afford a hot dog. And like I said, I'm gonna keep on winning, man. And they all have to hang on my every word. Like they're like, don't worship me, bro. Come to God. You feel me? And stop thinking that I didn't. I already forgave everyone. It's not about. I already forgave all y'all. That doesn't mean we gonna be friends and I'm gonna chill with you like on Sundays and when like and go to church with you. Like, no, we ain't never gonna be friends because I don't forget what you said and done. See what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Like I said, it is what it is. And it was so funny that one dude came over there the other day talking about the last thing I want is jail. Are you trying to beg and grovel like that other one did? Came groveling to me, came running back every time. Oh, like that coward that's a joke. Oh, y'all a joke, bro. Y'all ain't even human beings, bro. Y'all are literally a joke, bro. Y'all make yourselves look more like a joke every day. Like I said, they crying on panels. Y'all moving farther and farther down the totem pole and got no wealth, no money, no estates. Can't even afford a hot dog. I told you it was a bad decision going against me. I done told you, son. Same people that was talking smack every single day. Now they not talking about nothing. And they got to pretend they focused on everything else while they all worried about me and what I'm doing. I'm the star of this show on this network, bro. Get off YouTube and get off my network. You ain't on my network and not talking about me. Real talk. I'm the star, bro. I run this whole deal. Feel me? All right. That's all I got to say, man. Like I said, y'all keep on doing nothing, accomplishing nothing. We going to keep on accomplishing everything. This is Batman's world, and that's about it. All right. Stay mad. You can't afford a hot dog. On, baby.